Saquon Barkley is your week 1 team of the week champion. 88 speed, 85 trucking, 90 break tackle. Saquon Barkley definitely deserving of a card, winning the New York Football Giants their game over the Tennessee Titans yesterday. For your other team of the cards, they're going to be revealed tomorrow morning on Good Morning Madden. And shout out to CC for seeing this in the actual tweet. It says week 1's player of the week, not plural, not players, just players. So when it comes to the structure of team of the week this year, we might be reverting back to Madden 22 and 21, where we see 2 legend champions, 1 current champion, that being the player of the week, and then the 1 LTD flashback current player, instead of seeing the 2 champions, 1 offense and 1 defense, and 1 LTD like we saw for preseason. The expected content schedule from Madden, nothing really too crazy. You got your team of the week, your ultimate kickoff part 2, and your legends. They don't show the actual dates, so I went ahead and brought back the old school schedule. You can see, and a lot of the interesting stuff is from week 2, but UK reveal part 2 on Wednesday, UK part 2 on Thursday. But going ahead to next week, we're supposed to be getting a weekly, or Wednesday weekly, or not really Wednesday, but a weekly content promo to replace Wildcard Wednesday. We don't know when that is going to be, but that has been confirmed on Good Morning Madden. And then Team Diamonds and Gridiron Guardians are definitely on the horizon. I expect one of those 2 programs to be coming to the game next Thursday. First thing I wanted to talk about for this Market Monday is the competitive pass being Series 3 dropping this Monday. Cortland Sutton being the reward. You have your you have your XP, you have your coins. Unique things about this pass, there's a legend 85 plus overall player at level 27, and around the level 10 to 11 mark, there's an 87 plus BND legend you can get that goes into the power-up sequence for the 89 overall legends. The biggest thing about the comp pass, though, is the set objectives. You're being a complete 80-81 set and an 82-83 set, and this had massive implications on the market starting this morning. 78 and 79 golds have gone from around 2.5 all the way up to 5,000 coins. I have liquidated every single one of my high golds. I have also been exchanging my 76 to 77 ultimate kickoff players I had from rerolls, exchanged those up to a 78, 79 gold, and I've been selling this off for 5,000 coins. Today I've sold probably a total of 75 high rated golds for 5,000 coins. So make sure you go check your binder. They're still going for around the 4.8, 4.9k range. Check your binder, clear it, do some spring cleaning, get rid of all 78, 79s, as well as all 76 and 77 golds in the exchange sets, and look to get 4.8 to 4.9k for those high golds. Moving into the training market, I'm going to talk about my investments I have right now. I have around 60, 84, 85s. Looking at my actual schedule or my cycle when it comes to training investments, I love to buy cheap snipes on Saturday and Sunday, and then I'm going to be super lazy selling as many as I can Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Today, the leftover 84, 85 cards that I did buy over the weekend, I will eventually sell on Thursday. When we get that new LTD in the reroll, we see that small training spike, and then I sort of repeat the process. So buy Saturday and Sunday, sell, or buy Saturday, Sunday, sell Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And then if everything is, or the cards left over, I do want to liquidate by Thursday. My buy prices for these cards, 84s under 13k, 85s under 18.5k, and then I'm selling them, or super lazy selling them, at around 19.3 and 26.3k respectively. If you want to get involved in training investments, or you want to buy training ahead of Ultimate Kickoff Part 2, your best bet, if you want to reroll, buy 83 overall team of the week. So they will surely be the cheapest training tomorrow afternoon. If you want to buy to make coins as an investment, I would still look at your 84s and your 85s. But I don't really have a certain date where they might be the cheapest. I'm hoping they become the cheapest again tomorrow evening, Tuesday, but it might have just been this past Saturday with Michael Vick being in packs. But again, if you want to get involved, if you want to open rerolls, buy 83s. If you want to have a small training investment, I would buy 84s and 85s. Those prices we won't really know till tomorrow evening. Team of the week investing, a new investment we're adding to our, I'd say, cycle, our toolbox, our portfolio when it comes to investing on a weekly basis. We monitored the 87 overall team of the week market last week. By the way, it is a little bit different this year because the 83s are the cheapest trading on the market, whereas last year, the high-end guys, the 87s, the 88s, and the 89s were the cheapest trading on a week-to-week basis. This week it is going to be, or this year it's going to be most likely 83 overall cards. But when it comes to the 87s, what they did last week, they went all the way down to around the 50k range, 55k to 50k. I was able to buy a few for 51, 52k, and just 24 hours later, you were able to sell them for around 70,000 coins, making you a solid, 8 to 9k after tax on those cards. So this week, and I do think the cards will be a little bit more expensive, being Saquon Barkley and potentially 2 legends as the champions. You're probably going to see the 87 overalls going for around the 65, 70k range at the cheapest, and hopefully we can sell in the high 70s to low 80s, but we won't know those prices for sure. Again, buy time for these guys will be in the evening, anytime after, I'd say 7 p.m. West Coast time. I know that's late, but that is when these cards are the cheapest. I'm gonna look to buy probably 1 to 2 mil worth of and sell them whenever they go up. They're really a product of the supply shortage, almost like LTDs. You can see the 87s, there are not that many on the block. People buy their packs and buy that early bird pack special in the first 24 hours. And after those first 24 hours, nobody buys Team of the Week packs, so their cards get really depleted on the market in terms of supply. Next up, the Campus Hero reroll. I think it's probably going to be removed this Thursday. I'd say last week there was a 25% chance it was going to get removed. This week, I think it's around the 60% chance. It makes sense for the 2-week cycle of the reroll being removed, and there's not really any coin making opportunities. Yes, when we saw the headliner reroll get removed, you saw Justin Jefferson and Javon Holland really go up in price, and you might see that with Michael Trapp and Derek Johnson. I'm personally not trying to make coins on buying them on Wednesday, and again, the buy price for any of these cards is going to be Wednesday afternoon of what I'm talking about. I'm not looking to make coins off them. I'm just telling you, if you want to add these cards to your team, DJ, Michael Crabtree, any of the 87 overall Campus Heroes, you are going to want to buy them before Thursday morning. I would recommend Wednesday afternoon when they reveal the Ultimate Kickoff Part 2 players. You'll probably see a little bit of some panic selling from people's teams, especially if you see a wide receiver, a middle linebacker. Look to pick these guys up. They're around 290 right now. You'll probably be able to get them for 265 and 270K. If the reroll does get removed, you cannot expect them to be at the same prices. They probably go up into the low 300s to mid 300s, just like JJ did and Javon Hall when the Headliners Part 2 rerolls got removed. Wrapping things up with the LTD market, we're gonna go through all the different types of LTDs, the changes from last year to this year in the LTD market. First up, Chandler Jones, I picked up for 470K. I think the ideal price for Chandler was 450. That's what he was on PlayStation. Didn't get down there on Xbox. Right now, he's been hovering around 520 to 550 the past 24 hours. Chandler Jones being a real LTD, you can see the quantity on the market. There's still 19 up, and it's been 2 days since it's been removed from packs. Chandler Jones has always been a 1 to 2 week investment. We got to wait for the shortage of the cards being posted on the block. I still want 600 to 625, but it's going to take another week or 2 weeks. Chandler Jones, though, on the best theme team, looking to sell week or two, 600K to 625K. Be patient with your real LTD investments. Jari Evans, right guard, though, all the way up at 1.1 to 1.2 million coins. I missed a bid for him for around 900K. Really hard to invest in these LTDs that are over 1 million coins. I think a lot of people, and I saw a discussion on the community being, why are the Legend LTDs so expensive? And I think it's being swept under the rug a little bit, not talked about, but the removal of the Pro Fantasy packs from the store is heavily impacting the LTD market. A lot of people would love to pull 500K to 1 million coins in packs of Pro Fantasy packs, and they would a lot of times do pull that LTD. Right now, we have the Star Fantasy pack, which I'll open for you guys on the screen, or you guys might have already saw it. It's not that good of a pack. It's 27K. I pulled it twice now. I have lost both times around 20 or 15,000 coins in the pack. Maybe if we see the Pro Fantasy pack, we see those high-end non-real LTDs come down in price. But until then, I think the Legend LTD market and the non-reroll LTD market, like Team of the Week LTDs, are going to stay very expensive cards, and they're going to be very rare when it comes to pulling them and very rare on the market. It doesn't necessarily, though, make them a bad investment. We actually go look up Clay Matthews. This is actually my Clay Matthews up in the block. I was able to buy one for 694K this Saturday when there's a little bit of a panic selling when Vic came out. I bought him for around 700K. I am up for 1.05. He's been going around for 950K on Xbox, 1.1 mil on PlayStation, or 1 mil on PlayStation. So you can see the non-real LTDs do go up because their supply is just not there. If we actually look at Chance Womack, there's only 4 to 5 of him. He didn't go up too much. His card wasn't that good. But LTDs, if you have the coins to buy these LTDs that are very rare and very expensive, you can expect to make a lot of coins. I am starting to get more involved in the LTD market. I'm planning on buying the Team of the Week LTD, whatever it is, probably Wednesday night if it's a reasonable price, as well as the new Ultimate Kickoff reroll LTD, depending on the price of that card. But LTDs look to be still a very consistent way to make coins. The only ones that haven't gone up in price have been Ricky Williams, and I mean, I could have told you Ricky Williams wasn't going up in price just because he was so expensive, and he was a reroll LTD, and he was a running back, and he really wasn't on a good theme team other than Legends. But that is all for this video. I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about. We're finally getting a consistent plan and schedule and base for MUT content, as well as my investment cycle throughout the week. So it's making it a lot easier for me to go through and look at the history of certain cards, you know, their past, and learn from them, and hope to take advantage of their market in the coming weeks, like Team of the Weeks, like LTDs, like training. But that's all for this video. If you have any questions, comment below, subscribe if you are new, and until next time, peace.